right, welcome back, everybody. It is the Tim Conway Jr. Show live on 97.1 Free FM. A special guest coming up. And, of course, Arsenio Hall is with us every Wednesday from now until the end of time.
Absolutely.
Or until he gets a regular gig.
Yeah, until K-Earth hires me.
All right, it is 9 o'clock. That must mean news with Gina Grad.
Now, from the 97.1 newsroom.
Hey, it's Wednesday. That means it's Hump Day.
Here's Gina Grad with the news.
Arsenio.
Ooh.
Hi.
Gina Grad, man.
I'm in professional news mode now. I can't.
I guess you are. All right, what's going on with the news, Gina Grad?
Well, with his team one loss from having to make an impossible climb, Kobe Bryant was close to MVP form Tuesday as he racked up a total of 36 points. This helped Los Angeles beat the Boston Celtics 87-81 in Game 3. And this, of course, got a lot of people's attention, namely Magic Johnson, who told Jimmy Kimmel recently how Kobe could be on his way to being the next Michael Jordan.
Wow, what a compliment. All right, Magic Johnson.
You think Kobe has a shot at one day being thought of as the greatest player of all time?
I think that he has a chance, but he would have to win.
How many more?
I think, 3 to 4 more.
3 to 4 more?
Yeah, because right now, being compared to Michael, he understands that it's about winning championships.
Right, yeah, sure.
And so when Michael has 6 and he only has 3, it's kind of hard to overtake Michael.
Sure, yeah, but he's young yet, and you got a great team there.
But let me tell you something, Jimmy. We've never seen anybody come to that level, and he's at that level.
Yeah.
I mean, he's at that Michael Jordan level. Now, he's not as good as Michael, but he's coming up to that level.
Well, yeah.
No, I just got to be honest, but he's not as good.
All right, very humble guy, Magic Johnson. What Magic Johnson has failed to tell you in that interview, that Magic Johnson is the world's greatest basketball player. And Michael Jordan, if I was starting a team today, I would start with Magic Johnson over Michael Jordan.
Now you know I would. And I don't say that just because I borrow money from him. I say that because he made other players better.
Yes.
He really did. And he never canceled my show because he was gambling on the golf course. Allegedly.
All right. But to compare Kobe with Michael Jordan is really a stretch. I mean, Michael Jordan, the most dominant player between, I think, him and Magic Johnson, the two greatest players ever.
I think it's Magic, Jordan, Dan Marley. In that order.
Or Vujicic. Is that how you pronounce that name?
Vujicic.
Sasha
Vujicic. Yeah, boy. All right. I guess nobody expect. How about that? You're the team, I guess, uniform guy for the Lakers, and they say we got a new kid on the team, Vujicic. Like, oh, Bubbo. I got to now put that on the back of this jersey. How about Jordan or Johnson? I can nail that. All right, or even Bryant.
That's why black people started to dominate basketball. Because it just the managers and people who had to write and print.
Jackson.
Yeah, it's like that Jones
Barkley.
kid is. Yeah. You don't have to have
Vujicic.
Nowitzki. We didn't have no patience for that in the 50s.
Oh yeah. All right. Anything else going on in the news, Gina Grad?
Yes, well, in other basketball-related news, NBA legend Charles Barkley took time out of his busy schedule to do a very special public service announcement on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. He is obviously very perturbed about the level of literacy in today's youth and wanted to voice his concern on the show.
All right. Nobody better than Charles Barkley.
Hi, I'm Charles Barkley. Reading to your kids is important. It stimulates their imaginations and teaches them the value of books. You think you would know that, but somehow you don't. Only a dumbass needs a retired player to tell them to read to your kids. I guess you're a dumbass. Read to your kids, dumbass.
All right,
it's all on you because I can't win commenting after that. I can't win. It's all on you, man.
All right. Charles Barkley. Now, do you know Charles?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Good guy, too.
Yeah, is that right?
Really, really good guy. You want to hear about Arsenio's degrees of separation?
Yeah.
I introduced Charles Barkley to Madonna and Rosie O'Donnell one night, and Charles went on to not only date Madonna, but allow her to ruin the playoffs for him.
Wow.
I shouldn't say that because, a lot of people said the attention he was getting and the attention on the relationship was distracting that year. But I didn't care because I live in L.A., and he played for the Suns.
Do you think a lot of people, when they're introduced to Madonna and Rosie, try to hit on Madonna? Think that happens a lot?
That's so funny. I don't even want to tell you what actually happened, but that's very funny. Madonna requested to meet him.
And they banged around for a while, huh?
So she saw us at a club, and she said, I want to meet Charles.
Wow.
And the first thing that goes through your mind, I don't care who you are, it's like, okay, I have a penis. That's the first thing that goes through your mind.
Right.
And then you think, oh, no, it's cool. Okay, he's an NBA player. I get it.
Right.
And you Madonna. But I introduced them, and they hung out for a while.
Is that right?
That was pre-Rodman. Because
Wow.
didn't nobody want to even smell it after Rodman.
Yeah. Now, wow, that is unbelievable, man. All right. Madonna, everybody.
Tim's thinking, let's see, the lawyer said don't say.
Yeah, don't say that. There's a guy that does the dump button in there for the Corolla show. He'll handle it now. All right, Gina, what else is going on in the news?
Well, in political news, John McCain gave a very interesting speech recently regarding the state of small businesses in the U.S. While he was in the middle of a rant about vetoes, he slipped up and vowed he would veto something that wasn't on the agenda. And we have audio of the slip up.
All right, here's the marionette, John McCain.
Somewhere along the way, too many Republicans in Congress became indistinguishable from the big spending Democrats that they used to oppose. The only power of government that could stop them was the power of the veto, and it was rarely used. If that authority is entrusted to me, I will use the veto as needed. I will veto every single bill with earmarks, and every single bill that we have come across my desk, I will make them famous. I will veto them. You will know their names.
Oh, man.
I told you he was running on the Prohibition platform, right?
Jesus Christ, he's going to veto beer.
I will veto every single beer. I will veto every single beer.
Now, Hillary did a similar
want that guy
thing.
in there.
Hillary did a similar thing once, but she said beard, and I'm not sure what it was about. But
How about that, dude? Oh, man.
I will veto every single beer.
Wow. Every single beer. All right. Well, I don't want that guy in there.
Rolling Rock.
I like beer. All right. Anything else going on in the news, Gina?
Yes, finally, Sean P. Diddy Combs is also fired up about the race for the White House, so much so that he made a video blog urging people to vote. Whoa. And here we have a clip of Mr. Combs ranting about his many nicknames as well as politics.
Here we go. P. Diddy.
Good morning, Puffy. Good morning, Puff Daddy. Good morning, Diddy. How are you this fine morning? And I would say to myself, oh, I am wonderful because I'm black and I'm proud. And I got beautiful kids and I make hit records and great clothes. And by the way, I'm rich. I would say that to any of my various names, but that would be between me and myself. Get registered to vote, okay? Don't worry about if I change my name, but I ain't changed my name. Love you. Peace.
There he goes. All right. Congratulations.
I'm glad he's here tonight.
Yeah. All right. Anything else going on there, Gina Graham?
That's what's happening.
All right. Thank you very much. Gina with the news, everybody.
That was too brief.
Yeah. Here we go.
The news with Gina Grad.
Going once, going twice.
Give us 8.5 minutes, and we'll fill it with words.
All right, Gina Grad, thank you very much. All right, folks, let's bring in our guest, a very popular guy, a very, very good friend.
So now the news person has to put down their headset and run out and be a segment producer.
Ladies and gentlemen, from The Tonight Show, Kevin Eubanks. Nice to see you, man. What's up, you guys? Yeah,
What's
let's
up,
turn
dog?
his mic on there. His mic on?
He don't know. He don't need a mic, man.
All right.
Only Jay
nice
gets a
to
mic.
see you, man. How you been?
Good.
All right. Very nice to meet you. I don't think I've ever had the privilege of meeting you, but I watch you every night.
Oh, thanks,
and I love the relationship you have with Jay Leno.
Cool, man.
He always tries to insinuate that all you do is play guitar and smoke weed.
And his dad, who is a deacon at a Philadelphia Baptist church, just loves that image.
Right. And my dad was a cop for 16, 20 years.
Is that right? We're in Philadelphia?
Yeah, under Frank Rizzo.
Oh, yes. Jesus.
So
wow. That's a real cop.
Yes, absolutely.
No, he was a real dad.
Those cops don't mess around in Philadelphia. Was he there when they burned up the block?
No.
Before
Rizzo,
that, huh?
we're talking 60s. We're talking right in the heart of everything. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bad vibes, man.
No, it was deep. You know,
That's a rough city. It was a rough city back then.
Yeah, but when I was growing up in Philly, we had a ball. We just had fun. We played basketball. We played in all different bands and stuff. And
actually, wasn't Patti LaBelle a forward on the team you played on? No, that famous.
See, so you can say that. I have to go back home, Arsenio. I can't. You know,
yeah, right.
I can't say that kind of stuff.
Hey, now you're probably a victim of a workaholic because Jay Leno hates taking time off.
Hates it.
And that guy was working, 47, 48 weeks a year?
47 weeks a year.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
just with the show.
Right.
Then, of course, Jay, he loves to work so on the weekends and this and that. But sometimes I fall prey to the same thing. I like to work on the week. You know, because you want to do your thing.
Right.
The Tonight Show is one thing, and when you want to do your thing, you got to dig up some more energy and go do that, too. So you got to...
I asked him, I asked him to come in here. And he said, "Well, I got to practice." And I said, "Well, just bring your guitar." You
got to practice.
Yeah, so he brought his guitar.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Got to squeeze it in. Jay work too damn much. Guitar player don't get to practice.
No, you got to practice.
All right, Kevin Eubanks. He's the they call you the band leader.
The band leader, the
musical
second
conductor.
banana, the conductor, the sidekick, you know, that's all the good stuff.
Yeah, on the Jay Leno show. Or the Tonight Show.
You don't want to hear the bad. You don't want to hear what Arsenio calls me.
Oh man! Wait! You have a website, right? Because there are a lot of people who are saying, "Yeah, I know who they're talking about." I want them to go to your website and see pictures, and especially if you're in your car, go to kevineubanks.com and look at our guest.
Yeah, and a child prodigy, right?
That's what they call me. Yeah, you know.
How old were you when you started playing?
I started guitar at 12, but I started violin at 7.
Jesus.
And then I played trumpet and piano and a bunch of stuff. My whole family's real musical, so in my family, it was like you were the oddball if you couldn't play 3 or 4 instruments. You'd be like, what's wrong? You know.
Right.
So everybody in my family played, so it wasn't unusual in my house to play. My mom was a school teacher, so she brought home, when they used to have music in school,
right.
My mom would bring home whatever instrument I wanted to try, and I was good at a lot of them. Let's say I wasn't horrible at a lot of them. Put it like that.
The funny thing now is playing an instrument is kind of a bad thing. I mean, we were just listening to P. Diddy. I wonder how many instruments P. Diddy plays. It's kind of like not good
0,
to play
huh?
an instrument.
I heard one guy say, this one guy said, well, what's the point of, I don't have to play piano, I just sample whoever I want.
Wow.
I mean, of course, this is an idiot, but
Jesus
I mean, that's, that counts as, a musician.
Right, that's a musician nowadays.
But I mean, it is a living, and
Right.
and in this business, I mean, you can't take anything away from it, because it's a tough business. So.
But there are musicians making a great living today who do not play instruments.
Yeah. Categorized as musicians,
Right.
And
Isn't that a little odd?
Well, it's odd, but it makes sense when you see, the kind of marketplace that, they're pushing dollars and the whole thing, and they're selling stuff and the whole, and if you put a beat and something, and people are, how can you say it's not music?
Well, you can make a case for it's somebody else's music.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can.
You know?
But one thing I do like about that is there's a lot of things I don't like, but one of the things I do like about it is that they figured out a way to get in when everything kept them out.
Right, yeah.
It's very creative to when all the stuff started sampling and they made these things out of it, and they used these samplers that were never meant to be used for the way that it's being used by, it's kind of old now,
right.
But when it all started was sampling this and sampling that and making beats out of it and putting stuff on top of it. So, they have these like real great studios producing all this music all these years. And then these cats come along with a little sampler, and they just sample that thing and turn it into a whole song. And it took years for the industry to catch up to and say, well, you got to pay for this, and you got to have legal for this and all that. But it turned into a huge industry.
And we got to give some money to old brothers like James Brown and George Clinton, who was struggling at certain times.
That's right.
You mean it's sort of like when you say we're sampling, like when they recreated
your dad's in comedy. They had a different word for sampling. It was called theft.
Yeah, stealing.
Yeah.
Right. But like for instance, when they redid "Killing Me Softly," that's an example of it.
Right.
And they I don't know if I guess whoever
But
Charles
Tim,
Fox who wrote that. When they came out with this song, I guess he made some money off it, right?
Yeah, but
but see, that's Robbie's dad, right?
Yeah.
Now, see, that's almost called, is the word cover, Kevin?
Yeah.
That's a cover. There's even worse. There's when you hear in the background something you recognize, like Michael Jackson said, "Want to be starting? Want to be starting? Want to be starting?"
You're right. They actually put him in the song.
Yeah,
you know?
They put him in the song?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You want to be starting?
Yeah.
Christ.
You want to be starting? And you say, hey, ain't that Michael Jackson want to be starting something?
So they kind of created this whole, like...
and let's take that and keep doing that over and over and over. And then over it, you say, I'm taking over the whole rap game. Don't challenge me, because that would be insane. I'm incredible. I make you think and make you laugh. LL Cool J asked for my autograph. I'm the best. And that's a fact. I got more mic moves than X-Lax linguistic specialist. Azar, a king with a groove that slams. I can do anything. I cut deep like Nicky Giovanni. That's why I made a whole lot. And see, the bottom line is that's a new song. That's a new song. I send Michael 42 cents.
That's a great song.
Thanks for the rhythm.
No problem.
I never knew you could do that.
We hang out a lot.
I guess so.
Wait till you see us get that cush inside us. And,
Jesus Christ, man. All right, Kevin Eubanks is with us. He is the band leader on The Tonight Show. Now, if Jay Leno says F it next year and, his deal's over, Conan O'Brien's going to slide in there, do you move on with him?
No, I'm just going to drown myself. But I did learn how to swim, so that would be hard now. It used to be a very easy thing, but...
Now, you go with him, right? Wherever he goes?
Yeah.
Unless Branford drowns him. If Branford Marsalis is in the pool, you ain't going a damn place.
And who's the guy who's Max, the band leader at the...
Weinberg.
Max Weinberg,
Oh, yeah. Max.
I tell you, he might be a great musician, but for...
you can tell when somebody's getting ready to get dogs.
Yeah, here it is. Here we go.
You like the E Street Band?
First of all, I can't stand the E Street Band.
Hey.
Or any of that music. But when you have a drummer wearing a suit and tie every night, there's something uncomfortable about that, about looking at that. Those are the guys that are supposed to be shirtless, the loosest guys in the world, And this guy's got a full, double-breasted suit on with the tie, and he always looks uncomfortable.
Kevin, have they ever tried to make you dress in a certain way?
Yeah. Well, before I came band leader, and I was just in the band, I was just a guitar player in the band, everybody wore suits. And the morning I became the band leader, I told everybody they get fined if they wear a suit. So wear whatever you want to wear, just be comfortable on the whole thing. Now,
you used to be a bodybuilder. Have you ever thought about doing the shirtless thing Tim just mentioned?
Yeah, you should do that.
Oh, no.
You and Jay both shirtless.
If I started doing the show shirtless, Arsenio would meet me after the show and say, "We're going. Somebody wants to meet you." It would be.
This is my friend Dr. Phil, and that's his wife holding his hand.
All right, Kevin Eubanks is with us. He is the band leader on the Tonight Show, and we're gonna take a break and come back, and maybe we'll play Stump Kevin Eubanks. Because you know every song ever written, isn't that right?
Every song,
especially the Britney Spears catalog.
All the songs they play in strip joints. Arsenio knows those.
There's an interesting topic. Strip joints.
Arsenio knows every song.
All right, it is the Tim Conway Jr. Show. Kevin Eubanks is with us, along with Arsenio Hall, and we're live at 97.1 Free FM.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta wrangle the show. We cannot have multitudes of conversations going on at the same time.
Maybe they should talk and you should shut up.
What, me?
Well, I was meaning for you to shut
Get
up.
close to that mic.
I'm sorry. I was doing something.
No, she wants you to stop talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
I want you to talk, but
What?
we can't all talk over each other because then people at home can't understand what anybody's saying.
But those two were talking, Sam, and you were the only one interrupting.
No, you were actually talking to
Hey,
Robin.
I'll stop this car right now and turn it around. We'll all go home, okay?
I'll come back there.
All right?
What I was saying, Arsenio, is you were having a simultaneous conversation with Robin.
Now you're about to have a conversation about the conversation?
What a treat. All right, gang. It is the Tim Conway Jr. Show live at 97.1 Free FM. Kevin Eubanks is with us. Of course, Arsenio Hall is with us every single Wednesday. And these guys are old friends. And before
we've been friends a long time.
Right.
An old it make it sound like Scatman Crothers and Ed Asner hanging out.
Remember back when, man, when we was...
I'll tell you, Kevin.
Speaking of old friends, who's the guy that they just went broke? Used to be Carson's sidekick.
Ed McMahon, I think his name is.
Now, is Jay friends with Ed McMahon? Or are they?
I guess they are. why wouldn't they be? I guess
Ed has a lot of motorcycles, and I know they hang out sometimes.
Jesus, Ed down $600,000 on the house behind 15 payments.
Tim,
if I'm behind 15 payments, I'm 12 payments on the street.
Yeah.
I think if I miss 2, they kick my ass out.
But let me ask you, you're good with numbers and finance.
Thank you.
When you're a famous guy, don't you just buy your house, or is it just me?
Yeah, I don't know. You own your home, don't you?
I think that's a good idea sometimes.
Yeah.
To when you're a millionaire, to buy your house.
I know.
When I was broke and I had no cheddar, I rented.
Right, exactly.
And
that's what you do.
Success means I will buy.
Well, Tom Hanks, and I don't mean to name drop here, but Tom Hanks was asked what was the nicest thing about being wealthy, because he came from no money. Mm-hmm. And he said that the only great thing about money is, and the big difference between guys who have it and guys who don't, it's nice when your car breaks down to have the money to fix it.
Absolutely.
But you remember the time when your car broke down, you didn't have the dough to fix it.
Yo, worse than that, Tim. I didn't have the dough, didn't know when I was going to have the dough, and I actually put a fuel pump in a Cutlass myself. And if you've ever seen a comedian put a fuel pump in a Cutlass, it's classic. It's classic.
Where did it end up, in the back seat?
It always, my car, until the day I sold it,
always
smelled like gas. And girls would be like, it smells like Chevron in your car. I would sleep with you in the back seat, but it smelled like Union 76. Yeah.
That's back in the exploitation era, the black exploitation films. Man.
That was right after Shaft in Africa was released.
All right, Kevin Eubanks is with us. He is the band leader on The Tonight Show. Awfully nice of you to come by. Who's on the big show tonight?
Let me see who was on. Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
Oh, he is a funny guy.
He's been through a lot, too. I love Dana. He's been through a lot.
Is that right?
Yeah, Dana had some medical problems.
Yeah.
And was missing for a while.
What happened?
I don't know what was
Bad
wrong.
Vibes?
It was deeper, I think.
Oh, it was.
I think it was a little deeper than that. But I don't know exactly what it is. But Kevin had him on the show tonight, so I'm sure he knows.
Yeah, is that why he only had like one arm? Because something was up with his arm?
Was that right?
No, I'm just kidding.
Christ
say, I don't have
one of his arms.
It's a joke, guys.
You scared me because I'm like,
he was good, man.
He didn't show up with one arm, and you were about to joke about it.
All right, we haven't asked Kevin to do this, but can we have people try to stump you with music?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Sure.
They used to do this. I don't know if you guys still do it with Jay, but it was a big thing with Doc Severinsen and Johnny Carson.
All right.
Wait. Tim, how are we going to play this? Because the people at home would have to have something queued up.
No. They mention a song.
Right. Just mention it. Okay.
Yeah, and Kevin Eubanks thinks, and Kevin Eubanks plays it.
Oh.
Yes.
So I was thinking of Name That Tune. You're talking about the old Doc Severinsen and McMahon.
Oh,
okay.
All right. Here are
this will be fun.
All right. Here are the phone numbers. If you got a song in mind, perhaps a favorite song, Kevin has brought his guitar in here. It's Stump Kevin Eubanks. Everybody.
Wait, can I play? Can I be on his team?
Yes.
I know a few tunes.
All right. 520-9710 and 888-520-9710.
Kev, you got to write a theme song for something called Timmy Jr.
Timmy Jr. A rap song or just like a
just make sure
song?
It has a James Brown kind of funky rhythm to it, because he's very black.
Do you remember the song? And I heard this song today, and that's why it came to mind. I was listening on the way to work. You remember that song, Undercover Angels?
Undercover Angels, Midnight Fantasy. Yeah.
Jeez, that takes me back to the 70s on Ventura Boulevard riding a skateboard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And, up there by the car wash and over to McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the old... when I'm listening to it right now, I can actually picture... it's before Ventura Boulevard was all, Starbucks and McDonald's and...
Right. Musso and Frank's.
Yeah, there's big empty lots and stuff, like where, Town and Country Shopping Center is in Encino and Plaza de Oro.
Man,
those are just all empty lots.
If I got caught in Philly listening to this, they would beat my ass. I couldn't listen to this. What you listening to, Kev? No, man, this is Tim's song, man. I don't even know him yet, man. But
well, I hung out with the gay guys when I was 12.
I don't know. Hey, when you're out trying to stump me, play something kinda,
You know, the first time I ever heard of Kevin as a musician, before I knew him, just as a fan,
right?
In college, there was a hit called. The group was called Slave, I think, and the hit was called "You Make Me Weak at the Knees."
Is that right?
Do you remember that? You were the guitar player for that guy, right?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Steve Arrington.
Steve Arrington, and that was like one of your first gigs.
No, I was in Boston. I was living in Boston, going to Berkeley, or I just left Berkeley, whatever. I was hanging out in Boston, and the cat just asked me, did I want to work on this record?
Mm-hmm.
So I did, and they all thought that I was going to join the band and go on the road with them and everything.
Right.
But I was, studying, working on my thing. And after we finished the record, they said, "Oh man, the record is hot. The record is hot, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill him, man. We're gonna do some PR, some promo gigs first and all that." I said, "I'm not going out on the road with you guys. You guys have Jerry curls. I'm not
yeah. They were dripping. Oh, Timmy, they were dripping.
I'm not going on a bandstand with Jerry curls."
AC Green used to look at this group and say, "No, that's too wet. That's just too wet."
Do you remember any of it? Because I can play the rhythm part.
You know what? The funny thing about it, I only remember one sentence. You make me weak at the knees. Yeah. You make me weak at the knees. And that's all you had to know.
Was the name of the group called Slave?
Yeah, that was it.
So when they...
No, the name of the group was called Hall of Fame. Steve Arrington's group, they were called Slave. He broke from Slave, broke his chains, and went over and started his group called Hall of Fame, and that's where we made that record at.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
But he comes from a group called...
the other hit with Slave was a song called Slide.
Oh, yes.
Slide. Why don't you slide?
Wow, that's starting to make rap sound kind of hip.
Exactly.
I wonder how many times he was punched in the face, though, when he asked the musician if he wants to be a slave. Hey, you want to be a slave? What'd you say to me?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk to Don in Encino. You're on 97.1 Free FM. Kevin Eubanks is with us from The Tonight Show.
Hi, how you guys doing?
All right, what's up with you, dude?
What's up, man?
Could you play Smells Like Teen Spirit?
Smells like what?
Teen Spirit.
Smells like Teen Spirit?
Smells like Teen Spirit.
I'm not
man. Do you have the video to go with that?
I'm not going to dive in on any drums.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
From what? Is it Nirvana?
Exactly.
How does it go?
I can't...
Oh, here it is. All right, Kevin's playing it on his electric guitar.
There you
go. So, yeah, wow, look at that.
I'm playing drums. I'm on drums. And I can talk and play at the same time.
That's unbelievable.
We did play that for like a week or two on The Tonight Show. Because I try to pick all these hit songs to play,
Right.
It just didn't stick.
Bad vibes?
We
Because that's not really the crowd either. That's not the audience that comes to see The Tonight Show.
It wasn't, no, it's not.
It's who's the Tonight Show audience? Is it still out-of-towners?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah?
Yeah, mostly. And today we played, the opening song we played was Purple Haze from Jimmy, right? And the whole... the people that was sitting in front of me, I don't know, maybe it was like a retirement group or something. I don't know. They were really nice, though. They were really cool, and they smelled good and everything. It was really it was cool. But we started playing, Jimmy's Purple Haze, and they all kind of at once turned and looked up at me with this weird look on their face. What are you doing, man? So we tried to tone it down, but sometimes
how does that go? How does Purple Haze go?
Oh,
yeah, right. Yeah.
Now, was Hendrix your idol?
Yeah, Jimmy was mine, but I've had a lot of idols,
You have the largest picture of Jimmy. You have a picture in your house that's so big. I don't think Jimmy's mama has a photo that large. That's that big thing you have?
I know, that's nice. Actually, Jay gave me that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That guy that paints Dent, is that his name?
The guy that jumps with the brushes and all that crap.
He paints that. He paints it upside down at the end. He turns it around. So Jay was doing a gig in Vegas, I think, and this guy was like the entertainment. He was paying cats, and he painted this big picture of Jimmy. And Jay, being the lover of art that he is, he said, "Well, Kevin might dig this," and he. It's huge. It's like the whole wall, man, but it's really beautiful.
I've known Jay for 25 years, never gave me shit. Not a damn thing. I don't even have a roast beef book he wrote. He never gave me nothing.
Wow.
I would love a painting of Shecky Green done in 4 seconds upside down, but I never got nothing.
It sounds like you're, I know you're making light of it. It sounds like you're really pissed, though.
A little bit. A little bit. He sends my son gifts, and I'm at the house saying, I would like a PSP also.
Hey, now, Jay was pretty cool to everybody during the strike, right? He kept paying people?
Yeah, he called everybody out, kept everybody nice, and, he didn't pay me.
No, nothing in your pocket.
He
just a big Jimi Hendrix painting.
That was years and years ago. He said, remember that painting I gave you? That's your strike money right there. Go home and look at that and write a song or something.
You know what? Jay is a good guy, though. Jay does so much stuff don't nobody know he does. I mean, even right now, Jay is probably sitting at home in a steam car deciding what to give Ed McMahon, Right,
yeah. All right, let's take another call here. Kevin Eubanks is with us from The Tonight Show. Chuck in Long Beach, you're on 97.1.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
All right, what's up, dude?
What's up, Chuck?
Arsenio, Kevin, good to talk to you.
What's up,
Hey,
dog?
Kevin, can you play Crossroads, Cream?
Wow, man. Oh, man, I was just playing that. No, I can't.
This
I was
game
just
is
jamming that the other day, man. Oh,
this
man.
is such a successful game.
Yeah, give us some of it, Chuck.
All right.
Chuck.
Yeah.
All right, so long. Let's talk to Anthony in
Gotta be
Riverside.
quick, Chuck.
I told you when it's their turn.
How we doing?
Hey, dude.
Hey, can you play Stevie Wonder, Hey Love?
Hey.
Ooh.
Do you know that one?
If not, Rocky Raccoon by the Beatles.
Oh, man.
How about Sir Duke?
Sir
Da, 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 da.
See, we got it here.
Yeah.
I played rhythm guitar on this.
Yes. Stevie thought you was going to go on the road. And he said, you kiss my ass. Stevie.
I actually used to drive a limousine. I drove Stevie Wonder a couple of times.
Really?
Yeah, he was a pretty cool dude. And then my only other connection to Stevie Wonder is I was eating at a Chinese restaurant in Koreatown. Mm-hmm. And I see Stevie Wonder's picture up there. It's the only celebrity picture up there. There's only one. It's Stevie Wonder. I'm like, that's pretty cool. He comes all the way down to here to eat. And I get my Chinese food, and I'm walking out of there, and there's a big C on the window. The letter grading, A, B, C, D, and F. And I'm thinking, the only guy they're BSing with that letter grade is Stevie Wonder.
Absolutely. One time Ray Charles got carry out.
They should have those in Braille.
Yeah, I bet that shrimp is really fresh.
I got sick as hell from that meal.
Oh.
Yeah, it's absolutely the worst. All right, Kevin Eubanks is with us, everybody, and Arsenio Hall. It is the Tim Conway Jr. Show live.
Where did you get that
97.1
from?
Free FM.
I love Randy.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the Tim Conway Jr. Show live on 97.1 Free FM, and it's Wednesday, so Arsenio Hall is with us every single Wednesday.
Only an hour and 10-something minutes left. This is crazy how time flies when you're having fun.
Get home and hit that whatever you hit when you get home. The TV set.
Yes, you make it work. Remember we used to fix them like we hit the TV set?
Oh, yeah, the
Did
baseball
you ever
bat.
turn the channel with pliers because the knob was missing?
All right, Kevin Eubanks is with us from The Tonight Show. And a friend of mine had an uncle who had 2 TV sets. Mm-hmm. And he stacked them on top of each other because one, the picture didn't work, and the other one, the volume didn't work. You have to sit there and turn them at the same time.
That's funny.
That's funny. You don't see that much anymore. No, but you used to take a baseball bat or something. You bang on that TV set until it worked again.
I had a hanger sticking out of an Emerson black and white TV, and I was totally content. Now I can't find happiness.
Right.
All the money I got, I can't find happiness.
All right, Kevin Eubanks is with us from the Tonight Show. And let's see if he knows the songs that you love, man.
Yeah, bring
Look
them
at
on,
this.
man. Bring them on.
Andy and Glendora, you're on 97.1 Free FM.
What up, Tim? What's up, Arsenio?
How you doing, dude?
Hey.
So,
all right, Kevin. Let's see Hotel California.
Hotel California.
That's me, man. I made up that guitar part, man.
There's a Hotel California in Santa Monica. And I don't think that song is named after it.
I always wondered, years we should get Glenn Fry in here. Is that who would know?
Yeah, he would probably know. What is Hotel California? You know what? It's an insane asylum, right?
It is.
Yeah, it's a nut house.
Yeah, it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, and it's but the isn't the cover album? Isn't it like the Beverly Hills Hotel?
You're taking me back now.
Yeah, this song absolutely reminds me of a chick, like one of the few chicks that I got in like high school. Back in my parents.
I just saw him bleep himself, ladies and gentlemen.
She gave me the effing Heisman Trophy, at the handout. Grabbed her books, and she was gone, man.
Ouch.
During this song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, I'm just impressed you got laid in high school.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
I didn't.
No, you
this
were
is,
me.
This is trying to even, hold her hand.
Yeah, he got the Charles White.
Yeah.
Get out
She
of here.
said so effing long, man.
Kevin, somebody told me you sang on the Tonight Show. Is that true? Now, I know everything about you. You sing?
No, I did sing on the Tonight Show, but like Jimmy, I like singing, but I suck at it. I'm not good at it. But it was just fun. And if you ask me to sing right now, I'm going to say something about you that nobody knows.
Hey.
I bet people do know.
Here we go. What did you sing, though? What did you sing? I'm not asking you this. Oh, okay. Okay, so that envelope is in the mail with the cash in it, man.
You got to carry around a lot of those envelopes, huh?
Hey, Tim, speaking of which, have you ever been to a strip club alone, Tim?
Here we go. And you go, that's her.
Yeah, hey. Okay, let me tell on myself so I will never be imprisoned by this story again. I used to go to this strip club on La Brea because I fell in love with a deaf stripper.
Wait, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Everybody gets bit, Tim.
Where in La Brea? Was it still there?
I got bit. It's a corner of La Brea at Sunset next to the gas station.
Yeah,
I think
it's still there. It's still there. Yeah.
What is that called?
Yeah.
Crazy Girls.
Yes.
That's it, yeah.
We would sit and she would write me notes, and I would write her notes back. This is how stupid I was. I would forget to take the notes.
Oh, Jesus.
So there's like somewhere there's a little pad of me saying the nastiest, most vile stuff on paper to a woman who was like, that would be fun.
And he was telling me the story, right? And I said, nah, this is just a bit he made up, right? Right? So we're hanging out one night. He said, man, let's go buy Crazy Girls, right? I said, all right, let's go. We had nothing else to do. We was hanging out. We go in the place. He goes, that's her. Yeah. That's her, right? So she's dancing around. And, it's the end of the dance. So he put 20 at the end of the stage, and she turns up and goes, hi, Q.
But there was something freaky about I used to fantasize her screaming, in that voice, "This is my man Dingo Warrior, my man Dingo Warrior." And she was. But you know what, Tim? When we went back that last time, it was the last time I went because she had gained weight, and she had a kangaroo pouch now with no baby kangaroo in it.
The picture keeps getting better. She had a Joey.
Oh yeah.
Now you know what, but isn't that the perfect combination? A deaf stripper.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, you can do anything you want around. She's really hot. Was she white chick, black chick, Hispanic?
White chick,
and very hot.
Yes.
Completely deaf.
Big natural breasts.
It's a home run.
Not completely deaf. She made noises, but only if you ask her to.
That's okay. Was she a little off to the on the pole, a little off beat with the music?
Oh, always. As a matter of fact, when she was on the floor, when her feet were on the floor, she was better than when she was on the pole. Because sometimes she would do this thing where she got on the pole and she would climb up to the top.
Right.
And
the music
Were
would
you
stop.
married to this woman? How do you know? You know a lot of details.
Man, this girl served me eggs one morning on the pole.
How did they flick the lights when the song was over?
Tim, you're so mean.
Get off stage, baby.
With my ex-wife.
You know what's funny?
Over.
If women really knew, we don't even care if the music is playing or not. You can turn the music off.
Hey, Kevin, did you know they sell a portable pole?
I heard about that.
Called the Little Minx.
I heard about
like
that.
$500, any color,
and
it attaches in any room and it comes down. So when your kids wake up, you can make sure the pole's not there anymore.
Oh, I see. Right, yeah. When the kids go to sleep, here comes the pole.
Yeah, bring the pole out, baby.
Wow.
Well, what would your wife say, Tim, if you bought that pole?
If I bought the pole?
The Little Minx portable strip pole.
She would probably ask why we have another one.
I love him.
He's come a long way since high school.
Why'd you get another one of those? You got a chick on the side?
Oh,
all right, we got to take a break here. Arsenio Hall is with us. Kevin Eubanks is with us from The Tonight Show. Jay Leno on The Tonight Show. Watch it tonight at 11:35. Dana Carvey's on tonight.
Yeah, he's hot, too.
Should be a great show.
Tonight. Yeah.
And it is the Tim Conway Jr. Show live on 97.1 Free FM.